I just got f***ing permabanned.
575 to 478.
Go ahead, 575.
The streamers are live and currently exploiting request permission to issue a permanent ban.
You have a go 575. Enjoy.
Roger that, and thank you.
These cheaters have been punished by the men and women from Ricochet. All streamers are guilty until proven innocent.
I've caught another streamer viewbotting. Lucky Chamu wants everyone to think he has over 4,000 people watching him. Have you noticed them all moving over and starting to livestream? This isn't a coincidence. It's clearly coordinated, likely agreed upon in Discord. They know they can't get real views anymore, so they are attempting to branch out. YouTube is a tough platform, but these streamers cheat and scam their way through life as they usually do. There hasn't been real conversation for some time, so I started recording. It's just the same 3 bots spamming the chat. More and more streamers are doing this on YouTube. For 4,000 people watching, this chat should be rolling. It's dead. I double-checked to make sure this wasn't a one-off, and lo and behold, he now has over 7,000 people watching him. A game that is completely dead, yet Lucky Chamu wants everyone to believe there are over 7,000 people watching him play it. It takes me 30 minutes to find a game of Warzone on PlayStation with crossplay off, but according to streamers, there are hundreds of thousands watching them. It makes no sense. Take a good look, as the bots with randomly generated names start spamming the same smiley emote. The chat is complete nonsense, random numbers and general gibberish. There is no conversation, but the bots keep spamming away regardless. This is 100% view botting. Not only are the streamers cheating with scripts, they are also cheating their own audience. Lucky now wants everyone to hit that like button, but nobody does. Because there is nobody here.
Chat, if you haven't already, smack the like button. Blur already, come on. Tier 1 sub, welcome to like good brother. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. And then awesome, coming out with a Twitch prompt for 4 months. I'm a Twitch prompt, we got a re-up and a resub.
It's just another example how streamers lie and deceive everyone in the community. Some time ago, I mentioned about Shadowbans. I've tried my best to try and educate everyone how Shadowbans actually work, because so many people still think it's down to player reports. If you remember, a few months ago, I reached out to a contact who works in one of the studios, and this is what they had to say about Shadowbans.
As someone with direct insight into how anti-cheat systems operate at the studio level, I want to clarify that Shadowbans are not triggered by mass or spam reporting. This has not been the case for some time. In fact, only the first report from any user against a player is counted. Any subsequent attempts to report the same player are blocked to prevent spam. Additionally, reports that indiscriminately check all categories are flagged as spam and filtered out. Effective reporting requires accurate categorization. For instance, if a player has an abusive username, you should report them specifically for that violation. A shadow ban or limited matchmaking restriction is now only applied when Ricochet, our anti-cheat system, independently identifies sufficient suspicious data to warrant removing a player from the main matchmaking pool. This decision is not based on player reports, but on advanced behavioral analysis tools that detect potential rule violations. Players flagged in this way are moved to limited matchmaking while further investigation is conducted. If a player is placed into limited matchmaking, it's because our system has detected something unusual with their gameplay and warrants further review. No player is removed from the game solely based on a player report.
Now, after many videos attempting to drum this into the head of the low IQ Warzone streamers, they are actually finally starting to understand how Shadowbans work. Here is Repulse, now finally admitting that it has got nothing to do with player reports and is actually down to Ricochet, detecting the low IQ Warzone streamers.
Let's talk about Shadowbans. For those of you that don't know what Shadowbans is Call of Duty has an AI that detects if you're hacking or not. They pretty much see your games and determine with AI whether the performance that you have is physically possible by a human without having hacks.
That's right, Ricochet's tool can detect it if the player is cheating. You streamers were all complaining it doesn't work, because you were all being shadowbanned. But I have news for you. The exact same logic used by Ricochet's AI is applied to Guardian TrueSight. Let me quickly explain what this does in a nutshell, for those who have not been following the project.
I'm pleased to announce two major enhancements to Guardian TrueSight, aimed at raising our detection accuracy and behavioral analysis. First, we've introduced the adjusting buffer. This system temporarily stores low-confidence detections, anything at 40% or below, instead of discarding them outright. These are reviewed in the background, and if verified, they're promoted into the live aim system, data nodes, and the entropy engine. When this process is active, you'll see a new status called adjusting, indicating that Guardian is validating borderline inputs. This allows us to catch subtle, delayed behaviors, particularly useful against rage hacks that exploit confidence thresholds during cooldowns. The second update is to Guardian Law, which now builds behavioral patterns by analyzing player aim dynamics. It specifically looks for unrealistic snap speeds, followed by slowdown through buffer zones, a signature of mechanical input. If multiple subsystems confirm a violation, Guardian will trigger the cheat status, but only when it's absolutely certain. Additional indicators like tampering, violation, anomaly, and abnormality reflect varying degrees of suspicious aim behavior. They may appear delayed on the screen, but if the adjuster has verified it, it means it's approved and reflecting in the current data. And let me be clear, no legitimate player should ever enter the red entropy zone. That threshold exists for movements that defy human input, and our entropy engine makes that distinction possible. Together, these upgrades make TrueSight smarter, faster, and more resilient, ensuring fair play through intelligent, behavior-driven detection.
Is Call of Duty has an AI that detects if you're hacking or not. They pretty much see your games and determine with AI whether the performance that you have is physically possible by a human without having hacks.
It specifically looks for unrealistic snap speeds, followed by slowdown through buffer zones, a signature of mechanical input.
For the first time, we can clearly see streamers being shadow banned across the board since the new Ricochet update went live. They don't realize it yet, but they are exposing themselves. If Ricochet is shadow banning cheating streamers for using anti-recoil scripts via DS4 Windows, then why was Adrian permanently banned live on stream? They claim Ricochet doesn't work, but when the streamers get banned, it's suddenly just a mistake. For a player to be permanently banned live on stream, he was absolutely using cheat software. Ricochet banned him, but guess who else caught him at the exact same time? Guardian logged his entropy red, the moment he was kicked and permanently banned by the Ricochet anti-cheat. What are the odds of Guardian and Ricochet both detecting cheating at the exact same second? He was unbanned within 20 minutes because Repulse, the same guy who trashes the anti-cheat and lives in the same house as Adrian, used his contacts and got him unbanned. How dare you sit there and tell everyone cheating is bad in Warzone, when someone in your very house was permanently banned for using cheat software? Absolute clown behavior. I am tired of streamers talking nonsense. They constantly claim that computer vision cheating is undetectable. But it's not, and that's because they don't have a clue what they're looking at, or even talking about.
There absolutely are founded claims where basically an undetectable way that a lot of people have started cheating on console, and at least it works well in multiplayer from my understanding, is it's using AI to...
I refuse to put you through the rest. It's like watching my grandpa getting confused with PC cookies all over again. So let me explain. Live, right now on my Guardian TrueSight channel, is a video analysis that many of you will find fascinating. I use my computer vision anti-cheat against the cheater's computer vision software, and the results are very interesting. I will prove these cheats can absolutely be detected. Head on over to my anti-cheat channel now to see the full complete video, and please don't forget to subscribe and like the video to show your support.